So I said, well, why don't I talk about a little bit about the singing style of the mariachi ensemble. A lot of times when we see music that's written, that's put in front of us, and we see straight quarter notes or straight eighth notes, when we play, in the old days we would say, así está escrita, pero así no se toca. And the students would go, that's confusing. I don't know how they play it, you know. So because they're thinking, well, I want to play it like I would play it in band, or I would play it in jazz band or concert band, whatever. Pero el mariachi no es así. Okay, así está escrito, pero ¿cómo se toca? Y dicen, they would say, well, just follow me. I go, okay, well, that doesn't do me any good. Well, what we do, I want you guys to try to understand where I'm coming from. When we play, we try to actually say the words of the songs or pretend that we're singing a certain line. So the spacing of the notes aren't the way they're written. Straight. We play them like if we were to talk them or to sing them. Now I'm going to give you some examples. Before I do that, we're going to talk about a little bit about sones. El son que todo el mundo, el rey de todos los sones, is el son de la negra, which is the most popular song I think in the world. And the flavor behind that are really the accents in the sones. And also guapangos, sones jarochos, but basically son jalisciense, como el son de la negra. I'm going to have them play just the introduction for you guys, okay? And then we're going to start picking it apart a little bit. Go ahead and play. Up to there. Okay? Now we're going to add one accent. One accent. So when we do on that, on one, okay? And it's a slight difference. I don't know if you heard that difference. It's a little bit what we call it within us is a swing, a mariachi swing. That's how we approach stuff like that. Now, when we go to the next part, go ahead and play that part, please. So now we're playing that, and it's very, very close. That's what I love about Aslanio. It's very, very, very close to how, all the top mariachis play. So what we're going to do is every time that you play a down bow and an up bow, dig in. Just a little bit more. One more time. Do you guys tell a difference? It's a slight difference. But when you have 6 violins, 7 violins playing like that, there's this feel coming from the sound of the ensemble that it's algo más alegre, and it's just a slight difference, no? And we talked to maybe your violin professor. He might say, no, no, that would happen also with the trumpet professor probably too. Don't single tone that's too aggressive, good bad for your audition and stuff like that. But we're playing folk music, right? A certain style of music. But you wouldn't play bluegrass like the way you would play Tchaikovsky or something, right? You're gonna play like bluegrass, right? So let's go to the next part of the name. Exactly. Right? So when we do this, I'm going to sing to him a certain type of phrasing. We call it una barrida de algo, ¿no? It's almost like a triplet within that measure. Instead of it's even like that. We could change it in two different ways. It just depends on the decision the director takes, right? Try that part. So right there. So think of it. 1, 2, 3, 1. Just play that part. The last one, just play like a triplet. So the accent's on the tempo. So the up goes right on through, right? 1, 2, 3, 1. We go on automatic, right? Because we play it so much one way. But sometimes we would do it in the old days like that. So when we do, we play it a little bit. Different feel, but it's flavorful, you know. It's not written in stone, oh, you gotta play it this way. There are many ways that a song could be interpreted. That was a beautiful thing of Mariachi. You go back 100 years. You would go to one part of Jalisco and they play El Tirador or El Carretero in a certain way, then you go to another town and they play it a whole different way. It was their form of interpretation, of expressing themselves. También los mágicos eran diferentes. There wasn't like a certain format or a certain baseline. Everybody really played different according to what they were living, right? So the next part that we're gonna play. Play that part, please. So then, when you do the redoble, make sure you give an accent right into because it gives it more life. So then we go, that part with the trumpet, it's like an extra, staccatissimo, no? We say staccatissimo. So if I play, how many trumpet players do we have here? So, you know, when you're playing, they tell you, okay, this is like single tonguing. Usually you hit the note and the tongue stays down. So it sounds like this. In Mariachi, we would turn the tongue back behind the teeth, right? So, en español decían, truena las notas, truénalas, truénalas, truénalas. ¿Qué quiere decir truénalas? They gotta sound like thunder, you know, it's like attack, you know, attack. So, So, cuando somos nomás cuatro, no? There's only four of us, but it sounds very lively. You know, it's the way that we interpret the music, right? So if I play it less attack, it'll sound like this. It's about 30% more lively. You know? And the beauty of it is that we're connecting with each other. That's why the accents are very important, because you're telling me, hey, this is where it's at. Because if you don't do that, we don't connect. I mean, you're playing your part in exercise and everything, but the accents, when you dig in, it's like you're telling me, here's the swing, this is where it's at. So when we play, we're actually having fun because we're all riding in the same car, you know? It's a beautiful feeling when you play son tras son. It's really funny, but the first time that we went to Jalisco, must have been maybe about 23 years ago. Fuimos a Tamazula, Jalisco. And we were doing our show, and Don Arturo Mendoza had just retired from Mariachi, the harp player, you know? And he went to go see our show. And we were playing all our stuff, you know, different repertoire and stuff. And it was sort of new for a lot of people there. And some gentleman in the front said, oye, ¿pueden tocar el maracunté? Sí, ¿cómo no? Pero another gentleman told him, no pidan muchos sones porque no saben tocar sones. Ellos no tocan muchos sones. Y esos son pueblos, you know, Tamazula, Zapotití, you know, puedes decir Tecalitlán, Cocula, muchos lugares, you know, those places in Jalisco. Son soneros, they love sones, right? So I remember us, we were playing about an hour of puros sones. Son tras son tras son, and they were just listening. Digo, oye, los mariachis casi no tocan sones. Resulta que en Jalisco casi no tocan muchos sones. Now they're beginning to play more sones. But 23 years ago, it wasn't popular to play a lot of sones. And you know who made it more popular now to play sones? You guys in Texas. Really? What you guys do and what your teachers, you know, put in front of you, sometimes say, vamos a estudiar un son. That has made it popular again. So now you have the big mariachis beginning to play sones. Sometimes they're looking for new sones or old sones. I mean, for me, I get to write new sones, right? So when you play a song, just remember, always try to be in contact with your rhythm section. Because for me, my articulation is his right hand. We have to be together. He has to feel like he's playing, and he goes, wow, the trumpet is like right with my hand. It's like, we're together, we're like feeling the that's the beauty of it, right? And his right hand, his bow hand, has to feel like, wow, it feels really fun playing, you know? Let's go to the next one, you know? Esa ya la tocamos, ¿no? Va otra vez, ¿no? Ya. See how towards the end he started digging in again? That connects you with me. Right? So we're pretty.